and welcome if you're new. I was thinking and thinking what kind of video to make for this week. I don't know why, I just could not come up with an idea. And I was gonna do like a part 2 of my handbag collection video because you guys really like that. And every time I went I went to film, I realized a lot of my bags are in my son's room in the closet, so every time I go to film he's napping, so I couldn't do that. And he's been kind of sick this week, so I couldn't upload last Wednesday or Sunday. So I was like, I need to keep myself accountable to doing a video. So I think this is going to be like a chit chat video, and I really want to talk about the journey of personal development, because I think it's such a interesting topic. And now that I think I have been on this quote-unquote personal development journey for about 5 years, I have realized so many things. For some reason they kind of clicked for me this week. I was talking to someone in my corporate 9-to-5 job, because I still work a 9-to-5 job and I run an online business. I do a lot of content creating. I just have multiple passions, and I think it's important to have these creative outlets for someone who does work in corporate America, and potentially who doesn't want to work in corporate America for the rest of their life. I was talking to someone who's pretty high up in the company, and some of the feedback I received was like, you know, Vera, we need more people like you, based on kind of some of the things I have been saying. And it's been around the fact that I think I have a pretty positive attitude at work and a pretty optimistic outlook on some things. And one thing that I said was, you know, I think what maybe this place or this group is missing is just like being optimistically honest. And there's been so many changes at the company that I work for, and long story short, a lot of people kind of feel depressed or sad because, you know, some people have been let go, there's been restructuring, there's been projects that were taken away, there's been bonuses that haven't been paid out because the company hasn't been doing well. And, you know, is it sad? Is it depressing? Sure, it is sad you don't get your annual bonus. Like, it does kind of sting for a second. However, having said that, it's kind of a both and. It's disappointing, and you can move forward and still do your job. And what I have found is a lot of people at my job can't move forward. They are really stuck in this like state of mind of sadness, depression, disappointment, kind of like the really lower vibration emotions. And when somebody comes around and it's like, hey, how are you doing? And if you say like you're doing great, people look at you like you have 3 heads. And that's what I have been experiencing. I'm usually in a very good mood at work, because why wouldn't I be? Like, it's my life. How can I be in a bad mood in the morning, especially when somebody's asking you how you're doing? And so it has really made me realize, I think these types of emotions are coming out of me being optimistic, happy, you know, joyful, is because I have done so much personal development work. I think 5 years ago, if I had been faced with these challenges or obstacles at work, I also would be feeling defeated or feeling sad, disappointed, etc. And now it's just you're riding the wave of an emotion, and you really kind of get to choose which way you go, like underwater, or you're like floating on top. And so I was having this conversation, and I even said to this person, I said, you know, I think the reason why I'm more optimistic than other people and have a better attitude is because I have invested so much time and money into having mentors in my life outside of this job. And I think a lot of people haven't done that. Honestly, I think the majority of the people haven't done that. And I have invested tens of thousands of dollars at this point into myself, into direct mentorship, just to become a better human being. I always say this, like, you have one life. Like, this is not a tryout for something else. You get to live one life. And especially turning 30, I truly look back and I'm like, oh my God, like, life is going by. Whether you like it or not, the time just keeps going and going and going. And if you don't focus on your goals, if you don't focus on what you want, it's just going to be in the back burner, right? And so even now, I have accomplished so much. I have been a part of so many things, experiences. Like, I still have certain things that come up, and I say to myself, oh, I wish I'd done that sooner. I wish I would have traveled more. I wish I would have done XYZ. And it's just because I know that time is, like, quote unquote, running out. Right now I have a family, and it's not as easy to pick up and just get into a car and drive 12 hours and be in another city or state, right? And my whole point of this rant is just know you just are here one time. Like, this life there is an expiration date to you. And the more you put off your goals, dreams, wishes, desires, there is no other opportunity at the end of this. It's just time that keeps passing by. And I just want so many people to realize that. Just do things that make you happy. Do things that you love. If you hate your job, get a new job. I saw this on Instagram, a video of someone saying, they were asking about their stress levels, and they were saying, yeah, I'm pretty stressed because of my job. And the practitioner basically was like, okay, what are you going to do about that? And the person was like, well, it's just my job, I guess, like, it'll get better. And she made the analogy of, like, having an abusive partner. It's like you keep going back to this abusive partner, and you're just saying it's going to get better. It's the same thing with a job. People put so many, like, eggs into the basket of work and career, and I think especially in the United States, that they live for their job, and they don't realize that a job is just a means for you to get things like money, maybe opportunities as well, and you are replaceable and you can be replaced, and you can go get a different job if you don't like your current. So I just feel like, I just hope this message comes across as, if you're not happy, do something about it, because it's up to you. It's not up to anybody else. I hope that, like, this video is a little bit motivational for people, because sometimes I can go off on these tangents on my Instagram. I use the Reels feature to kind of do more of this, but I wanted to do, like, a sit down video about this as well, because it's just so important. It's just so important. It, like, almost makes me want to cry, because so many people don't get it. So many people don't get it. And I've had friends in my life that recently I really noticed, like, the change in me and how it kind of reflects back on them, right? Because everything in your experience is something you attract. And the people that keep saying to me, like, I'm busy and, I don't have time for XYZ, and I can, like, see they're kind of burning themselves at both ends. I've tried to, like, distance myself from those people, because they are saying they're busy, but for kind of the wrong reasons. They're, busy because they're working themselves to exhaustion, and almost kind of, like, not prioritizing self-care. It's like this whole being busy thing in today's world, I'm just unsubscribing from that. And I have found that the friends that create space for you and hold space for you, even if they're busy, are your true people, like your true authentic friendships. There's, like, I have a couple of really close friends that we really kind of reconnected and became really good friends in the past couple years, past year, or maybe a year or 2 years. And we have all been through so much literally in the past 2 years. So much change, so much like heartache, ups and downs, wins, like changes, kids being born, just so much. And we're all going through it kind of at the same time, and everybody's busy, but when one needs the support of the others, it doesn't matter what's going on. They will be there for you, and basically none of us live in the same place. So it's just shows you how you can find your right people, like the right people for you. And just unsubscribe from this whole structure of busy and you know, a rat race, being in corporate America, striving for more, 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 for not getting any reward. And hopefully this is making sense. I really hope this makes sense. Again, like, you have one life, and if you don't find your people and you are not happy, it's going to be a really long and sad life. And, or actually might not be long. And it's sad. It's just sad how a lot of people settle for a miserable job, a miserable relationship, a miserable whatever, and just go through the motions every single week. You know, Monday's the worst day of the week, Friday's the best, and they live for the weekend, or like they live for the summer. And I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get how you can live for a season in your life, for a weekend, or for a season of like summer, when you're wasting the other days of the year, the other seasons of the year. So I just want to leave this on the fact that, like, you have so much potential, and that's why I have invested so much money into myself. Because, you know, we invest into houses, we invest into the stock market, we invest into businesses, and for what, right? If you're not becoming a better human being, like, what's the point? I think that is what people don't understand. It's like you against you. It's not you against everybody else. And if you're not in a better place today than you were yesterday, today than you were last year, you're losing the game. You're losing the game. It's definitely not maybe a typical video for me, but I just really felt called, and it just like kind of channeled through me, and I wanted to make this. Hopefully you guys liked it. Maybe one person out there needs to hear this, and it will help you. It will help you realize that you're one of one. You have one life. You are one decision away from a much better life, a happier you. So I will end it here. Hopefully we'll be back with some different content next week. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.